As the summer sun scorches the town of Port Charles, the emotional temperature inside General Hospital and beyond hits fever pitch. Relationships unravel. Truths rise to the surface. And as one wedding spirals into chaos, another secretive alliance could tear families apart. On Monday, July 28, 2025, fans should brace for one of the most emotionally explosive episodes of General Hospital to date. If you thought last Friday was shocking, Monday will be legendary. Here's your full breakdown of all the scandalous, emotional, and jaw-dropping events set to unfold. Willow Corinthos wakes up in GH after the accidental shooting that rocked the Coeur d'Alene estate. Drew Cain is by her side, desperate, ashamed, and barely able to look her in the eye. "You shot me?" Willow whispers, her voice laced with disbelief and tears. But Drew shakes his head slowly. "No, Willow, you weren't supposed to be there. I wasn't even the target." Viewers will see the flashback in full. Drew rushing toward Willow, trying to stop her from seeing the letter Scout left for her wedding. The confrontation between Drew and an unseen assailant, then the gunshot, and Scout's scream. As Willow processes the fact that her own daughter was nearly killed by a bullet meant for Drew, or so she thinks, her heart starts to race. But she's not ready for what comes next. Michael storms into the hospital room, revealing the truth that breaks everything. She wasn't aiming at Drew. She was aiming at you. The camera cuts to Nina, eavesdropping from the hallway, her face pale as her world begins to crumble once again. Meanwhile, the ill-fated wedding between Scout and Daisy has turned into full-blown anarchy. After the shooting, Sasha's motherly instincts kicked in. Though the wounds were minor, she demanded Scout be taken to GH for safety. But the teen, emotionally overwhelmed and betrayed by secrets and expectations, has run away from the hospital. Cue chaos. Brooke Lynn and Chase find themselves roped into the search. Their honeymoon is postponed indefinitely as Sasha pleads with Brooke Lynn. She needs someone who understands, not another lecture. The deeper twist? Daisy never left Port Charles. She's hiding in plain sight with Ava Jerome. Turns out, Ava offered her refuge after overhearing that someone had tampered with Daisy's background check. Ava suspects someone planted the damaging information, and Daisy's flight wasn't guilt, it was fear. Could it be Drew? Or was it Michael protecting Willow again? In a quiet corner of the Metro Court, Carly Spencer meets with Jack Brennan. The tension is palpable. Despite everything, there's still a flicker of trust, or at least desire, between them. But Carly didn't come for pleasantries. "I found the file," she says coldly. "And it's not just about Sonny. It's about me. About Joss. About Jason." She slams the manila envelope on the table, and Brennan's face goes rigid. Monday's episode features a flashback, Anna Devane slipping Carly the file before disappearing off the radar, telling her, "It's time you see what Brennan really wanted and who he answered to." As Carly unearths names, real names, tied to high-ranking officials and dirty offshore accounts, the biggest shock comes at the end of the file. A ring. One that once belonged to Victor Cassadine. Suddenly, everything clicks. "You're not just with the WSB, are you?" Carly hisses. "You're Cassadine connected." Jocelyn Jacks is struggling. Her instincts scream that something darker is behind Brennan's proposal to her mother. She shares her suspicions with Dex, who's hesitant at first but ultimately agrees to help her investigate. Off the grid. The two slip into a now-abandoned lab on the outskirts of Port Charles. It once belonged to Victor, and Brennan recently bought the property under a shell company. What they find? A hidden computer terminal, files on Sonny's enemies, and surveillance footage of Spencer Cassadine in Paris. Alive. Yes. Monday's episode confirms what fans have hoped for. Spencer is alive, and someone has been watching him for months. Dex records the footage while Joss finds a folder labeled simply, Princess. Inside, a dossier on Trina Robinson and her entire family tree. Why would Brennan care about Trina? Joss wonders aloud. Dex has no answer. But we all know Cassadines never let go of their enemies or their bloodlines. Elsewhere, Sonny Corinthos is spiraling. Nina's silence. Willow's betrayal. Michael's manipulation. And now a file naming his new rival, Isaiah Moore. After a conversation with Jordan Ashford, Sonny learns Isaiah has bought multiple properties near the waterfront, forming a clear pattern. Something is being built, a new empire, and it's pushing into Sonny's territory. Brick confirms the worst. He's not just muscle, Sonny. He's strategy. He's family to someone you forgot. Could Isaiah be a long-lost cousin? A bastard of one of the 5 families? Or, even worse, connected to Lily's father? As Sonny stares at a map of his crumbling empire, he whispers, "They think I'm finished. But I'm just getting started." As Carly begins to follow the Cassadine Trail, a boat quietly docks on Spoon Island. A woman steps off, black coat, no badge, but unmistakable poise. Anna Devane is back. And she's not alone. By her side is an injured man with salt and pepper hair, covered in bruises, but very much alive. It's Robert Scorpio. Anna tells Valentine, who is waiting inside, "I found him in Istanbul. And he knows where the final Cassadine heir is." Valentine looks stunned. "I thought that line ended with Nicholas." Anna shakes her head. "You thought wrong." Monday's cliffhanger? Robert's whisper. The boy's name is Alexander. And he's Spencer's son. In the final 15 minutes of the episode, the pace quickens. Willow is released from the hospital under protection. But a new pregnancy test is found, positive. She's pregnant again, and unsure whether to tell Michael. Nina is seen being followed by a masked woman. When she confronts her, it's none other than Liesel Albrecht, back from Zurich. Liesel has returned with a mission. "You ruined our family, Nina. Now it's my turn." Elizabeth Weber is approached by someone in a trench coat, Isaiah. He tells her the truth about their connection and that he may be her son. And in a twist no one saw coming, Monica Quartermain's heart monitor flatlines. She dies peacefully in her sleep, holding a picture of Alan and Jason. Her last words, whispered through tears, "Forgive him. Forgive all of them." As the credits roll, Port Charles is forever changed. One legacy character gone. A wedding shattered. A daughter missing. 2 Cassadines on the run. And Carly holding the ring that may decide the fate of an entire dynasty. The July 28, 2025 episode of General Hospital promises unforgettable drama and sets the stage for a week that could reshape every family in town. You won't want to miss it. Anna and Carly face off over the ring and the Cassadine prophecy. Joss decides to contact Trina about Spencer's whereabouts, sparking an international crisis. Sasha gets a visitor she never expected, her presumed dead twin, Sienna. Drew makes a move that will stun Willow, and Michael watches from the shadows. And a new head of the WSB is revealed with a deep connection to Nicholas Cassadine.